Nah. I gotta get out the box. What is he gonna do next with this rat?
So he ate the shit?
He ate it. He fucking ate it. He fucking ate it. He fucking ate it. He ate it. This is it. He fucking ate it. They're not paying me enough. This is crazy. Oh,
fuck. Oh, my God.
look at this shit.
This video making the rounds online. It shows a man eating a rat on a Bronx sidewalk. The video amassing thousands of views and sparking a bigger conversation about mental health, homelessness, and food insecurity here in the borough. News 12's Karina Gary is at the hub tonight with more details. And this one's certainly getting a lot of traction, Karina.
Yes, Amanda, that viral video was shot here at the hub. As we know, this area between Mott Haven and Melrose is infamous for its open drug use, crime, and the occasion. Now, what we don't normally see, though, is someone eating one of those rats. That's exactly what Jessica, the woman behind the video, came face to face with Saturday. Jessica, who works in the area, was walking with a friend on Bergen Ave when she noticed a man carrying a rat. She says she was horrified when that man began to eat it.
Me and my friend, we try to talk to him and give him food, but he doesn't want the food.
Jessica says when they tried to offer him food, he got upset.
He yelled at us and started going crazy. He said, "Get away from me."
Jessica began recording the unidentified man as he ate and sent it to a friend, who then posted it on social media. In less than a week, the video has taken off and been shared hundreds of times. But the negative attention has fallen on Jessica as commenters wonder why she didn't offer him help and chose instead to videotape.
Everybody's making me seem to be this bad guy, and I'm really not. I feed the homeless all the time. I give them, but certain people you cannot approach and you cannot talk to.
Jessica says for the most part, the man does not want to be bothered and really keeps to himself. We reached out to the Department of Health and they declined to comment on the matter. In Mott Haven, Karina Gary, News 12 The Bronx.
All right, Shalawam. First and foremost, I'd like to start out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHEM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHEM, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, the men that taught me this truth. And peace and salutation, brakathum, to all you sincere Akim out there that's laboring in this truth throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, and hey, this is just a prelude to what's about to take place here in America. All right, this Jake, homeless guy, guy got demons on him, basically eating a rat, taking the rat off the street and just straight up biting into it. All right, these are the times we're coming into where, it's going to be famine. It's going to be to the point where you're going to have people that's going to resort to things like this, okay, eating, rats and, doing all type of abominable things, man, just so, they could satisfy their belly, all right, in that time, and those are primarily for those that, that the Lord doesn't, basically the 2/3 of our people that don't want to consider the Heavenly Father, they don't want to trust in the Lord. When all hell break loose, you have people that's going to resort to these things, man. Even worse, resort to cannibalism. Okay, so this guy that they see, on the streets out here in New York in the Bronx, this guy is just a straight up just straight up savage, man. Just, we don't know what the hell this guy is going through. You know what I'm saying? But the point that they had a lady capture this, which this right here is disgusting. You wouldn't believe someone here in America will resort to that, but that's the spirit that the Lord put on that guy to do that. You know what I'm saying? We know that he got to be having some form of demons on him, man, for him to do that. You got here in America, you could go and, you know what I'm saying, go to a restaurant or go somewhere, go dumpster diving something or eat something, you know what I mean? But that just shows you, the times that we're coming into, man, where people are going to resort to things like this, okay? Especially those that don't fear the Lord, YAHAWASHI. All right, so let me get a scripture real quick. This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, and I'm going to start with verse 9. It says, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. The modern day sword is the gun. You rather, off yourself or, let somebody kill you than to die of starvation. That's the way. That's the worst way to go out. Okay. You starving, you know what I'm saying, to the point of, your inside is starting to eat itself. Whatever, parasites is within your body. That's why it's always good to fast. But, when it gets to the point of starvation, your body is at a point of, it starts to eat itself. Okay. And, that's worse. That's the worst pain ever. You could fast for a couple of days and you have that, that feeling, that hunger pain to the point. So it gets so severe that, you got to give in, you have to, eat, okay, just to satisfy the flesh. But just imagine going days or weeks or months without eating, hey, that's a different type of level of hunger pain, because that's when people, you're gonna resort to all type of manner of things, man, just to satisfy their hunger. Okay, these are the times we're coming into. So it's better for you to be slain with the sword, right, than to be slain by hunger. Okay, that type of pain is something different. All right. And it says, for these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field, and it's going to get bad out here, man. Okay. Right now, certain food items are going up. All right. And these are all by design, by the wicked elites. They're going to cause a man-made famine where items are not going to be delivered, through the trucks. They're going to shut off the borders. They're going to, certain, and we see it right now with Trump issuing these tariffs and whatnot. Certain goods that, used to come here to America, they're not going to come because of this whole trade war. All right. Or we're going to be paying more for certain items that we used to pay less for. Okay. Certain foods and stuff, so it's going to be rare to get it. And not only that, you're going to be paying an arm and a leg just to get it, so we're seeing these things taking place right now in the earth, man. How much more when, things come to a head where you're not going to be able to get these things. Okay. So fully that how you get them now, like as far as in these supermarkets, okay, supermarket can only hold maybe like 2 to 3 days worth of food, right? And that's it. After that, you can't, what I'm saying, you can't go to your local grocery stores, you can't go to these supermarkets, the Walmarts, the Targets, the Shop and Go, because ain't no trucks gonna be pulling up in those supermarkets. And this is what's gonna also, you got panic buying. All right, we seen that during the time of the pandemic. 2020, okay, you had a lot of people buying up items, buying up grocery food, things like that, man. And that's what's going to cause a famine as well. All right. And then you're going to have people that's going to be, resorting to all type of violence to get these things. You know what I mean? These perishable items where people are going to be fighting for, they're going to be kicking in people's houses. That's what 2nd Esdras 15 is all about, man. People not giving a damn about their neighbor, basically for the lack of bread, man. For the lack of bread, you're gonna see the animalistic behaviors in these people. Okay. Verse 10, it says, the hands of the pitiful woman have sodden their own children. And when you go to the word sodden, right, it means to boil. All right. And this event happened before in history, where you had, it was, I believe, I forgot what king it was, but I could look it up. But it was in the 2nd Kings, you had a woman. Basically, there were two women fighting over who is going to eat their particular child that day, and then the next day they were going to eat the other child. There was two kids. It was two women that they were fighting over who's going to eat the next child for the next day or whatever. I could get the account real quick, but that time is coming again, man. The Lord's going to put it on these people to severely get to a point of starvation. They're going to eat their own children. They're going to eat their own kids. They're going to commit cannibalism. Okay. That's the time we're coming into, man. Things are going to get so bad out here. All right. So it says they were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people. Okay. And it was a time during 70 AD. Okay. When you go into that history, you had Jake, getting starved out, man, because they didn't leave Jerusalem during the time when the Lord told us, to flee into the mountains, man. You had a lot of our people that stood back, okay, and they got starved out by the Romans, okay. So that time is coming back again. So let me get the account of that. That was in 2nd Kings chapter 6 and 2 Kings chapter 6 verse 25. It says, and there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it until a ass head, right, a donkey's head, was sold for 80 pieces of silver, which is 80 pieces of silver, and the 4th part of a cab of dove's dung, right, bird shit, for 5 pieces of silver. You see, that's how bad the famine was, to the point that you had people that were selling a donkey's head for 80 pieces of silver, man, or bird shit for 5 pieces of silver. That's how bad shit was, man. Okay, and that time is going to happen again. All right, the food is going to be so scarce that you're going to have people, stealing and robbing and breaking into people's houses, man, just to satisfy their hunger, And it says, and as the king of Israel was passing by upon the wall, there cried a woman unto him, saying, help, my lord, O king. And he said, if the Lord YAHAWAH do not help thee, whence shall I help thee? Out of the barn floor or out of the winepress? Right. So he's saying, if the Lord, what do you want me to do? If the Lord can't help you, I can't do nothing for you. That's how severe that famine was. It says, and the king said unto her, what aileth thee? And she answered, this woman said unto me, give thy son that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow. So we boiled my son and did eat him. You see that? Hey, that's the spirit that the Lord is going to put on a lot of you people, man, that you're going to resort to cooking and boiling your own kids, man. You know, your own first, you know, your newborn, you see that newborn baby you haven't eaten in weeks, right? And that baby is crying and, you know, hungry. A lot of you are going to secretly eat your baby, man. Okay? That's how bad things are going to get. It says, so we boiled my son and did eat him. And I said unto her on the next day, give thy son that we may eat him. And she have hid her son. And it came to pass when the king heard the words of the woman that he rent his clothes. And he passed by upon the wall, and the people looked, and behold, he had sackcloth within upon his flesh. You see? So, hey, man, it was so bad that he tore his garment, man. He said he couldn't believe what he was hearing, you know, but that's the spirit that the Lord is going to do in these days, man. All right. Things are going to get so bad out here, so severe. You know, you got people talking about this guy, you know, this homeless guy eating this rat, man. This ain't nothing, man. You're going to have people out here eating people, man. It's going to be cannibalism all over again. Okay. And the scriptures prove it, because this happened before and it's going to happen again. It's going to be so intense that the famine that the Lord is going to bring upon this place. So let me give one more scripture and I'm going to end it. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 15. And I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, then said the Lord YAHAWAH by YAHAWASHI unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me. Moses represents the law, and Samuel represents the prophets. And here it is, you have them today. Okay, you got the men of the Lord, all right, still preaching, still teaching this word, and in truth and all sincerity, all right. It says, yet my mind could not be toward this people, the people of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You see, cast them out of my sight and let them go forth. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord YAHAWAH, such as are for death to death, and such as are for the sword to the sword, and such as for the famine to the famine. Okay, so great famine is coming to this place. Okay, spiritually Egypt, okay, which is America, aka Babylon the Great. Okay, and it said, as such as are for the captivity to the captivity, and I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord YAHAWAH, the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heaven and the beasts of the earth to devour and to destroy. All right, so this is what's coming. Okay, the Lord has it, whatever he has, whatever judgment he has set upon you Israelites. All right, you know, whether it's famine, whether it's getting killed by the sword, or getting caught up in these concentration camps. All right, that's the Lord's judgment upon those that don't want to take heed to his words. You know, see, all these things that it says, all the things that was written before time were written for our learning. So when we go back in the history and we read about these things, you know, the famine and how the people back then dealt with that, it's the same thing that's going to happen in this day and time. It's the same exact thing. That's why you're supposed to fear the Lord YAHAWASHI. Okay, so that spirit won't come upon you, man, for you to eat your loved ones, to eat your children in the time of famine. Because guess what? The Lord said in Isaiah 66 and 5, what's that? Let me just get it. Because the Lord's going to take care of his elect, okay, when the time comes. This is Isaiah 65 and verse 13. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord God, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry, right? Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. You see? So, you know, we don't have nothing to worry about, man. All right? For the ones of us that, you know, wholeheartedly believe in the Lord and trust in the Lord, all right, these words are supposed to comfort you, okay, in the time of famine, in the time of trouble, all right. The Lord said, you know, his servants are going to eat, okay. We're not going to, you know, when we see the whole world going through the time of trouble, the time of famine and all that shit, you know, that's the time we're gonna rejoice, and we're gonna sit back and we're gonna understand the times we in, because the Lord said he's gonna feed us, man. All right, just like how he feeds the fowls of the air, right? Every minute you see people, he'll put the spirit on somebody to feed a bird or something, you know, drop some bread down, and then all of a sudden you see a whole bunch of birds flock to the bread. You think, you know, how much more us, all right? The ones that he truly loved, man. Okay, you think, you know what I'm saying? He's not gonna you know, bless us in the time of famine, you know, have us not eating out of these garbage and shit like that. You know, the Lord's he's gonna provide, man. He provided for Elijah, okay? He provided for what was it, Daniel in the lion's den. He sent Habakkuk, you know, to Babylon to feed Daniel. So how much more you know, those that believe and trust in him, man. You know, the hopeful elect, the Lord's gonna take care of, man. All right. But just to show you that the time of this great famine is coming, man. Okay. And you're gonna have people that's gonna resort to eating all type of manner of shit. You know what I'm saying? People are gonna basically eat cat food, dog food, you know what I'm saying? Fucking, it's gonna be crazy out here. You know, they're gonna be doing the same shit, eating them rats, okay, eating people, okay. That's why you gotta fear the Lord Yahawah Shem Yashai. So with that, I'm gonna end it there. All praises due to Yahawah Shem Yashai. Till the next time, I say Shalawam.